Our coverage continues here in Houston. Southland Conference Basketball Media Day, and new things on the horizon down Interstate 10 in San Antonio. The arrival of head coach Carson Cunningham, inheriting a team with just a couple of wins in the Southland Conference a year ago, does return players like Charles Brown III and the stat stuffer that he was one season ago, now back for a final campaign. Lincoln Rose, along with Dr. Carson Cunningham, well accomplished in the classroom and now on the court as well. Let me ask you, this job comes open, an opportunity to coach D1 basketball in San Antonio, Texas. What was the biggest selling point in your mind?
Well, I coached at a Catholic college in Montana, loved it. Coached at a Catholic high school before that in the great state of Indiana, loved that. University of the Incarnate Word has an incredible mission, a great profile of academic majors and graduate schools. It's in a booming city, and it's in the Southland Conference with a chance to go to the big dance. And there was a lot of things that made it compelling, and I'm excited to be here. We have a lot of work to do, but it's a great opportunity, and looking forward to the challenge.
Obviously, you have Charles back. When you got to know some of the returners, and there weren't many, you have 9 newcomers, but in terms of the 3 guys you have coming back, what stood out the most in your mind?
Well, we have some length. We have guys who had some big performances, whether it was in points or rebounding. And so that's definitely something to build upon. But it's a battle out there, my friend. We wage that battle daily and nightly. And they just came out with a preseason poll, and we're going to really have to battle because we were picked not just last, but like epically last, like almost mathematically impossibly last. You know, so we have a lot of work to do.
Of those 9 newcomers, 8 of them are freshmen, so you have the challenge of acclimating them to Division I basketball. At the same time, nobody shows up assuming they have a certain role. I imagine it's been a competitive preseason so far.
Yes, guys are getting after it. We all have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn about the players, about the league. But I'm as excited as anyone to see what's going to happen. We're very open-minded as far as what guys can do on what part of the floor, how we can get an advantage, how maybe we can create an edge on defense or offense. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
We'll have a chance coming up here. Start of November, you'll head over to Lubbock for the season opener against Texas Tech. I feel sorry for you having to go down to the Bahamas to take in. My understanding is you'll play some basketball while you're down there. Of course, Northern Colorado agrees to come to San Antonio, and you see teams like LSU and DePaul also on the schedule as some road games. Looking at some of those road trips, I imagine that's an opportunity for these guys to gel away from the court with one another as well as on the court.
Well, you hope so. I mean, obviously, we're going on these road trips to try to win a basketball game. It'll be a tall order. Texas Tech, I hear, is pretty good. And then we go to the Bahamas, and we're going to play Montana. I just got done coaching in Montana. We played them last year. They're very talented. So that's going to be a work trip, even though we're in the Bahamas. And then the trip to Chicago, just on a personal level, will be fun. I taught history at DePaul for about 7 years, so to play DePaul in Chicago will be cool. But you know, they're also obviously going to present a major challenge coming out of the Big East. So I just tell people, look, it's a battle out there, my friends. Yeah. And so the Southland's a battle. Our non-conference is a battle. We're just going to have to try to see if we can get an advantage and go from there. We'll see what happens. But you know, apparently people think it could be rough for us because we were picked epically last. But we're going to battle.